speaking to reporters at the Gulf Africa Strategy Forum 2009 a few months ago. Abdul Rahim Naqi, Secretary General of the Federation of GCC Chambers of Commerce and Industry, said that the GCC states are looking to Africa as a strategic economic and political partner for the future, especially in the wake of the strong growth that GCC and African companies have been witnessing during the past few years. Well, to find out where that level stands at the moment, we have KenOkeh, who is from the Embassy of Nigeria in Abu Dhabi, and he's on the line now from the Atlantis Hotel on the Palm Jumeirah here in Dubai. Well, Mr. Okeh, thanks for your time today. What level of foreign direct investment and trade is being done between the GCC and Africa at the moment?
The African countries started developing some keen interest in the Gulf region, and the Gulf region equally started realizing the potentials, the viability of ventures in Africa, in agriculture, solid mineral, gold, diamond, oil and gas. So gradually this level of development is actually increasing enormously now. This can be witnessed with other activities that follow similar developments, like we have a couple of increase in the airlines now that fly the African route. The Emirate that used to operate once a day, now goes twice a day, which is an indication that there is an increase in the level of business interaction between people in Africa, particularly in Nigeria and the UAE.
Now, what's being done to actively develop, enhance and promote trade between the two regions?
Well, a lot is being done, particularly in terms of security. The governments of the African countries are very much aware of incidents of scam, 419, and dubious, ungenuine, patriotic businessmen. So along that line, the government has taken a lot of strict measures and has always advised people that before you commence any business, especially the internet businesses, one should be able to certify, authenticate the genuineness of your business partners with the embassies, because this is very, very important. If you are taken away by the lucrativeness of their offer, you will definitely fall prey of them.
And Mr. Okeh, how can business people from here in the UAE have more secured investments in Africa and make sure that their money is protected?
If you have an investment in Nigeria, the government has made it in such a way that you can repatriate 100% of your profit back to wherever your source is without any difficulties. And that does not actually create any problem. And there are other incentives like tax relief, depending on the type of business you are into.
What are the laws governing foreign company ownership in Africa? Is there a lot of red tape?
The laws governing foreign investment in African countries vary from one country to the other. What might be applicable to a foreign investor in Nigeria may not be applicable to another foreign to another country.
Now, how are African nations doing during the global credit crisis?
Well, it is it's quite early to start assessing how the African countries are faring against the background of the present economic crisis. But definitely, they are putting in place measures that will absorb whatever shock, whatever shortfalls this might bring to their economy.
Now, Africa is such a big continent. Why don't African nations help each other more, especially the rich ones?
Well, you are wrong. African nations help each other. Like, for instance, we have the ECOWAS and the various groupings. They help each other. Nigeria has always been known as a big brother, not just because of the size, but because of what it does to help all the neighboring countries. So African countries definitely help each other.
And just finally, let's talk about tourism between Africa and the UAE specifically. What's the current status, and how can this area of business be stepped up, do you think, in the future?
The knowledge of Africa is gradually penetrating the entire system of UAE. A lot of people now have shown interest in areas like bird hunting, which is a very good, viable area in Africa. I know that a lot of people have come to me to make inquiries about falcon hunting. These are areas that are available in abundance in the major countries of Africa. So gradually it is hoped that this venture will grow as other areas continue to grow.
All right, well, Ken Okeh, many thanks for coming on Inside Business today and sharing that information with us.
Thank you very much for this wonderful opportunity.
Well, that's it for this edition of Inside Business. You can contact the programme by writing to ib@city7tv.com. Also, follow what's happening on the programme via Twitter. It's inside_business. For now, from all of us on the business desk, goodbye. We'll see you again soon.